This is Game Set Match Kentucky, episode 53, recorded on Wednesday, October 29th, 2025, entitled Combo Nation. Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Game Set Match Kentucky, where we talk about all things related to tennis in Kentucky, especially the Central Kentucky Tennis Series. I'm Chris Godby, the chairman of the CKTS, where the lines are good and sandbagging is for golf. I am here at my home studio in Russell Springs. Chad Young is in Bowling Green, where he has just clocked out of work and couldn't think of anything better to do than to stare at me on a computer screen for a while.
Yeah, I got to play in about an hour and a half, so what better way to fill that gap?
A play?
Yeah, I'll play tonight. We have a men's league. We play.
Oh, you said you've got to play.
Yeah.
And I thought you meant like, I've got to play, like I'm going to a play.
No.
So like, are you in a Halloween play?
I don't attend many dramatic performances. That's not my cup of tea.
Oh, isn't every time you watch a youth tournament a dramatic performance? Or an adult tournament, for that matter.
Well, you coach teenagers, there's plenty of dramatic performances. So
on the court and off, I'm sure, too, right?
That's right. But no, I'm not a big you take me to a play, and even worse, a musical. Oof.
Now, when you went to New York a couple of years ago, did you take in a Broadway show while you were there, or was it just all tennis at Queens?
No, I didn't go to a Broadway show. I did some touristy things, but that's the last thing I was going to do.
Yeah, I've been to New York a couple of times. I didn't go to a show either, but I've been to some shows in London in the theater district there. So I used to do theater in high school and college.
All right, see, that makes
you didn't know that about me. So.
No, I think I went to a play at South Warren maybe about 10 years ago, because when we first started, we had kids who were trying to do both drama. They were trying to do the school's play or musical, whatever, and also play tennis, and it was a miserable experience. And so anyway, I wanted to support one of my players, so I went.
Sure.
Sat through it. But just in case anybody is wondering, you cannot do the musical or the play or the production or whatever and play a spring sport. It's like playing another sport.
Oh yeah,
this is awful.
For sure. Well, kids, they're involved in a lot of activities. They tend to run into those conflicts for sure. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Well, today on
I
this,
guess just to throw something else in there, I had to pull a player off of a match in Owensboro one year because she had to come back for play practice. Yeah, that was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I said, well, then we're done here.
Yeah.
The drama teacher wanted her to leave a match so she could come back for play practice that night.
Was she winning the match?
I think she was down a set, but it was like, 4-all in the second. I mean, it was a quality match for her, and it's possibly a match she could have won.
Yeah.
You have to pull her off the court for that reason. Yeah. I was pretty much done with the drama teacher after that.
I didn't coach high school tennis as long as you have, but I mean, I have some stories too, and it's just part of that experience of coaching, especially with kids that are involved in multiple activities.
I'm flexible, but the other party has to be flexible too.
Exactly.
And it was a one-way street, and so we closed that road.
Fair enough. Well, today on this episode of Game Set Match Kentucky, we will announce the USTA Kentucky Award winners. We'll remind you about our Aces and Appetizers event that is coming up very soon. Plus tennis news and announcements and a whole lot more as usual that you never asked for. But first, we'll start with the results of the Combo Doubles State Championships from 2 weekends ago. This was in Bowling Green, Kentucky on October 17th through the 19th, Friday through Sunday. It was hosted by USTAKY, who did a fantastic job, by the way. It was Combo Nation all over Bowling Green. Those matches were spread out at sites all over town, and there were people and tennis players everywhere. I got to play in this for the first time, and I know that you played and captained as well. We'll talk about our experiences, but first let's list off the champions by division, if you want to take a look at those.
In the 18 and over divisions, the women's 5.5 winner was the Joyner team from Bowling Green.
The women's 6.5 winner was the Dalton team from Louisville.
The women's 7.5 winner was the Russell team from Louisville.
The men's 6.5 winner was the Ferretti team from Lexington.
The men's 7.5 winner was the Hester team from Bowling Green.
The men's 8.5 winner was the Brown team from Bowling Green, and I see some familiar faces in that photo right there, especially the guy in the Reebok hoodie.
Yeah,
and
it's familiar.
Yeah, I know almost all of those guys. Tell me who the guys are. The two guys on the far right hand side. I don't know them.
So Bradley Joyner is from down in Cottontown or Hendersonville area, Tennessee. Duncan Siegel is then next from right to left. Owen Brown was the captain. He's the guy next from right to left.
Right, Ken Adams. Owen.
Yeah. Oh, and then Ken Adams is in the white hat. He is from Clarksville. Mm-hmm. The legendary Tom Pennington in front. CKTS, what's the word? Legend? Jackson Grover.
Absolutely. Legend. Yes.
Is then next. And then yours truly. And then Brad Hales is on the far left.
All right. I'll run down my team in a minute then, but we won't be with the award winners. I can just tell you that. All right. Let's see who is next. In the 40 and over divisions, let's start with the women's 6.5 winner. That was the Coy team from Lexington.
Women's 7.5 winner was the O'Connell team from Louisville.
The women's 8.5 winner was also the O'Connell team from Louisville. I'm assuming same captain, possibly with just a different makeup of players.
Men's 6.5 winner was the Caldwell team from Louisville.
The men's 7.5 winner was the McCubbin team from Lexington.
And that was the team that I captained, the 7.5 team, and we lost. It was a round robin, so we had to beat the McCubbin team to win, and we lost 2-1. So technically, we probably finished third in that, but they were the winners there.
Tough break.
I'm sorry.
Tough break.
Yeah. In the 55 and over divisions, the women's 6.5 winner was the Cook team from Louisville.
In the women's 7.5 division, it was the Sheridan team from Purchase. So now let's take a look at a fabulous team that did not win. So some of the guys I met just that morning for the first time. Well, only one of these guys I met for the first time that morning. There were some other Somerset. Sorry,
I'm pretty familiar with almost all of these guys as well.
Right. Yeah, you got Bill Flickinger on the left, and then followed by
legend. Yeah, another legend.
Don Humphreys, another legend. The guy in the black shirt and shorts, I think his name is Thad Stenger. Do you know him? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thad's an interesting one. Thad plays here in Bowling Green a lot, but I think he actually lives in London. I'm not sure. There's some connection between him, but he's here. He used to be here a lot. I don't know if he was here for work, but anyway, yeah, Thad, I think technically is from London.
Well, I'll just say, being a combo player for the first time, nobody is hardly at all playing where they're from. They're, maybe the captain is from the town that it's listed with, but I mean, like you had guys from Tennessee on one of those teams, right? So, And anyway, we got Darren Polston in the yellow in the middle. That's me in the purple shirt. Our captain, Josh Nichols. Shout out, Josh Nichols. Thank you for asking me to be on your team. I really appreciate that. And Phil Nunn on the far right-hand side. So that is my team.
Nice.
And congratulations to the winning teams. We'd like to wish you the best of luck at sectionals in Mobile, Alabama in March.
It's interesting. In March of 2026 is when they're playing combo. Last year, the sectional was in December, but apparently that's just not a great time because of all the holiday stuff. So they've moved it to 2026, but it's the opening weekend of the high school season. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's a tough one. Yeah,
good thing I have a good assistant coach.
Right. And do you think they play? Even though it's in the South and the temperatures are warmer, you think they move it into early March like that just so that? I mean, do they play it indoors regardless, or do they attempt to play it outdoors in March?
I don't think Mobile has indoor courts.
Oh, I don't know. I've been to Mobile, never looked for tennis courts though.
I'm pretty sure it's all outdoor because they canceled a sectional in Mobile a year or two ago because they didn't have indoor courts. So that surprised me that even though it is warmer, for a longer period of the year, that they didn't have an indoor facility. But no, it's all outdoor. And again, I don't think this was weather related. I think this was 100%, from what I was told, this was a stay away from the holidays reason.
Okay, well, I mean,
because they used to have it in March and they moved it to December, and apparently they got a lot of negative feedback and their numbers weren't very high.
Yeah. I mean, try to plan anything with anybody in November and December. It's very difficult, right?
I guess.
Much less try to pull off a big event like this, but so regarding the combos, one more thing we would like to mention. There was a special reception held on Friday afternoon to celebrate the retirement of longtime tennis official Phil Means, working at his final event at the Combo State Championships. And we'd like to wish congratulations to Phil and best wishes for a happy retirement.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phil's been around quite a few years and has done college matches and USTA matches. So great guy. He'll certainly be missed.
Especially when get one last look at that cake there. Yeah.
Especially when there's already a lack of officials, in the state.
Yeah. Well, it's a thankless job. So
yeah, I'm glad you had a good experience. It was a lot. That weekend was a lot. I bit off way more than I could chew because I played on a team, captained, and played on another team.
Mm-hmm.
Then organized all our volunteers, and I basically was setting up 2 sites every day except for Sunday. It's just a lot. I was pretty exhausted by the time Sunday afternoon rolled around, and we had to move indoors because of the rain Saturday night. But that wasn't really a big issue. There were only, I think, 9 matches, actually maybe 6 matches. There were 6 matches that had to be played on Sunday. So it was good. Folks here, there were almost 500 players. You mentioned we were all over. We had 5 sites going, and I think it was a good representation of what Bowling Green has to offer.
Absolutely, yeah. I got to play at Bowling Green High. I'd never seen their tennis facility. Interesting facility with the 8 courts all straight in a line, running from uphill to downhill all the way. So if a ball gets loose on one court, it may roll across every single court before you can catch it. But
yeah,
I like the location.
Yeah, they just opened those courts a year ago.
They're that new, huh? Okay.
Yeah. And so, Kariakis was used. I saw your group photo was at South, so I assume you played when you
played there Friday morning. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, and then we used WKU's courts, and then here at Buchanan. So, we didn't even use all the courts we have. That's how fortunate we are in this town. the number of quality facilities that we have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's great. We usually host one USTA event out of the year, and combos work pretty good for us.
Well, it was fun, and if my body holds up, I'll do it again. I don't know how you played as many matches as you did. 2 matches for me on Friday, and I was done for several days. I think I got to stop trying to hit it so hard and wearing my body out.
Well, I just
down
played
everything.
I played 2 on Friday. I only played 1 on Saturday. And then we made the final. I didn't play the final. I kind of rolled my ankle in the semifinal in the tiebreaker. And so we had enough good guys to play. So I was more than happy to sit. We were fortunate to win. And so, yeah, it's great tournament. I'm looking forward to sectionals. This will be my 3rd sectional. I went to mixed sectionals way back in 2006. And then our men's 40 and over team, several of these guys are on that team. We went to Auburn 2 years ago, and then, was it last year? Nonetheless. And then, so this will be my 3rd sectional. And so third town. I've never been to Mobile for tennis.
Well, all right. Well, I'll see you a few times before then. And but good luck to your team in advance. All right. Coming up next, we'll have more information about award events for CKTS and USTA Kentucky right after this word from our sponsor, Vision Cabinet Source in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Thinking about a home renovation or a new build? Start with the cabinets, because great spaces begin with great design, and there's no better place to start than Vision Cabinet Source in Campbellsville, Kentucky. Vision Cabinet Source delivers premium cabinetry backed by a 17-step finishing process, ensuring top-quality craftsmanship that looks beautiful and lasts for years. From kitchens to bathrooms to office spaces, their wide selection of styles and finishes means you'll find the perfect fit, whatever your vision. And it's not just for locals. They ship nationwide, so no matter where you are in the U.S., you can get high-quality cabinets delivered right to your door. Whether you're a homeowner, builder, or contractor, Vision Cabinet Source makes it easy to get the look you want at a price that makes sense. Visit visioncabinet.com or call 270-465-3222 to get started. That's Vision Cabinet Source, where your vision becomes reality. We want to take this opportunity to remind you about CKTS's year-end event coming up very soon. CKTS Aces and Appetizers is our year-end celebration being held on Sunday, November 9th at the Buchanan Indoor Facility in Bowling Green from 1 to 4 p.m. We'll have some finger foods, some free indoor tennis play, and awards for those who were champions, runners-up, or played in all 8 of our 2025 tournaments. But this event is not just for award winners. Anyone who participated in a CKTS tournament this year is welcome and encouraged to attend this Sunday afternoon function. I'll be there. Chad will be there. Game Set Match Kentucky, therefore, will be there. The courts stayed full last year, and I hope they will be again. So plan to be there and play, hang out, just pick up your awards and get your picture taken and have a snack and go. You don't have to play tennis, but I think you'll enjoy the opportunity, especially if you don't get to play indoor tennis that much. Here are just a few pictures from last year, Chad, if you have anything to say before we move on. I think Steve Humphreys, by the way, is going to make his cheese dip again.
That's what I was going to point out. I think it was in that football, wasn't it?
Yes, that football you see there in the back.
Yeah, it was good, and I did hear it's going to make a return. It's worth the trip just for that.
And we'll set up the podcast table again and just have some fun with some folks. And think you'll go ahead.
This event kind of changed a little bit last year to this format, and we had a lot of folks who came by. And I mean, you can't reiterate what you said enough, that basically if you've played on the CKTS tour, it's for you. So whether you're in Bowling Green, Glasgow, Campbellsville, Russell Springs, Somerset, it's for everybody, whether or not you won an award or not. We just want to have a good time and celebrate the tour and just have some good fellowship with fellow tennis players.
Yeah, I think that was the best part, just hanging out and cutting up with people and having some laughs. And there were a lot of there were some interviews or parts of interviews that didn't make it on the air just because it went way off the rails. But we'll try, and I'm probably talking about the Humphreys brothers, Steve and Don, when I say that. And if they're there, we'll get them on again for sure, because they always have funny stories to tell. So I'm going to show you an award in just a second, but here's a picture of Larry Kohler from last year holding two. He's got a blue one from first place in a division, and he's got a rare green award, which is for playing in all 8 tournaments. There were 3 or 4 people maybe last year that did that, and there's only 4 this year. So actually, I'm holding one of them. These are being made as we speak. This is a 2025 first place award for men's open singles. If you thought the ones last year were nice, these are even more improved, made out of a different material, and just made some of them today. So I wanted to show that.
Nice. You're one of the ones that gets the green one, aren't you?
I get a green one. For playing all 8 tournaments, yes. And I get a first place for men's 40, but it's not quite as large as this one. The Open Division winners, that's the biggest awards, because to me that's the hardest to get.
Yeah.
All right. So once again, Aces and Appetizers. It'll be on Sunday, November 9th, 1 to 4 p.m. at the Buchanan Indoor Tennis Facility, where Chad is sitting right now in Bowling Green. You don't need to register. You don't need to RSVP. Just come by and have fun. They need to sign in, though, right, Chad? Do our guests need to sign in?
Yeah, just so we can, and just to, I guess, if you want to play, we need you to sign in, just so we know who's there to play or who's just there to snack. If you're there just to get the cheese dip, then you don't necessarily need to sign in. Just to be clear for the attorneys that are listening, it is technically the Warren County Tennis and Sports Facility.
Okay.
A lot of people call it the Buchanan Indoor Tennis Facility. That's fine, but for the
that's what I call it.
For the fine print, it's the Warren County Tennis and Sports Facility.
Do you want me to start calling it that?
In official capacity, yes. But I mean, when I talk to people,
is this show official? I don't know if this show is official or not.
But it's okay.
Yeah,
that's the.
So if you're just coming by to pick up one of these, and maybe have some cheese dip, then you don't need to sign. But if you're going to play, you need to sign. Right?
Correct. We'll have a sign-in sheet if you're interested in playing. All
right, so be there. You're going to have fun, and it's for anyone who's played in any of our tournaments this year. You can still come and play as long as you've played in one of our 2025 tournaments. But if you got an award, definitely make a point to be there. If you know you can't be there and you know somebody that's coming, ask them to pick up your awards for you. I still have some in my basement from last year. Of course, I still have awards from the early 2000s, I think. From some people that we never saw again after they played. But anyway, so while we're on the topic of awards, earlier this month, USTA Kentucky announced their annual award winners. And these individuals and organizations received nominations over the summer and were selected for these honors by the USTA Kentucky Awards Committee. So let's take a look at this year's selections. Chad, if you want to start.
All right, so the Adaptive Tennis Award goes to Hadley Stevens from Paducah.
All right, the Adult League Captain of the Year female is Dana Sheridan of Murray.
I think I remember seeing the Sheridan women's, well, I don't remember. It was one of the 55 and over champions. But
I think you're right, yes.
Yeah. The Adult League Captain of the Year male goes to Kevin Berry of Louisville.
The Adult Player of the Year is Christy Cottingim of Alvaton. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I apologize.
It's actually Cotton Gim.
Cotton Gim, okay.
But she's from Alvaton. The Benny Purcell Coach of the Year goes to David English of Louisville.
So next is Boys Scholastic Achievement. That's Evan Fomby of Lexington.
The Bruce Stone Educational Merit Award goes to Leslie Graham of Louisville.
The CTA of the year is the Owensboro Davis County Tennis Association, of course, of Owensboro.
The D.D. Long Spirit Award goes to Holly Turner of Paducah.
The Diversity and Inclusion Champion Award goes to Churchill Downs Racing Committee Backstretch Recreation in Louisville.
The Family of the Year goes to the Rice family of Louisville.
The Girls Scholastic Achievement Award goes to Himani Deo of Lexington.
The Junior Team Tennis Coordinators of the Year goes to Justin Ham, Minda Schaefer, and Owen Brown.
We know those folks.
Yeah, they're from Bowling Green. That's the Soki Tennis launched a JTT program this year and was very successful. And so very happy to see them recognized for their hard work on that.
Congratulations. Next is the Junior Female Player of the Year. That's Ella Morris of Danville.
The Junior Male Player of the Year is Gary Zhang of Bowling Green.
The Mark Ragland Jr. Boys Sportsmanship Award will go to Wyatt Packard of Bowling Green.
The Mary Lou Hambrick Girls Sportsmanship Award goes to Gabrielle Moyers of Owensboro.
The Media Excellence Award goes to our friend Carrie Pratt of Bowling Green. Congratulations, Carrie.
And I feel bad that all the Bowling Green winners are getting this extra applause. Although it's really just the Soki Tennis because Gary and Wyatt are Bowling Greeners as well.
I don't know the other people. I'm clapping for people that I personally know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most Improved Boy, I'll probably butcher this name. It goes to Aditya Shah of Anchorage.
I believe that's correct. The Most Improved Girl is Grace Gallagher of Lexington.
Outstanding Parks and Recreation Department goes to the Paducah Parks and Recreation Department.
The Paulette Griffith Local League Coordinator is Kara Geiger of Grand Rivers.
Where's that, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw that the other day, and I was curious where. I feel like that's over in that area, isn't it? Maybe
I'm going to pull it up.
Let's see who gets it first. Grand Rivers, Kentucky. Livingston County. So, yeah, I thought it was laying between the lakes area. Yeah, okay. So that's over in the western part of the state.
Right at the top of the lakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I kind of feel like maybe that's where Patty's is. You ever eaten at Patty's?
No.
That surprises me. You should think about that sometime.
I've spent very little time in Western Kentucky.
Yeah, I feel like Patty's is at Grand Rivers. Okay, the special tennis event of the year goes to the Charles Crawford Juneteenth Celebration Tournament, which is in Louisville.
The tennis facility of the year is the Benny Purcell Courts in Murray. The
tennis official of the year, his obvious choice in his swan song, goes to Phil Means.
And I don't know Phil personally, but, since we mentioned him earlier, I thought we'd hit the applause button. All right, the tennis professional of the year is Dan Birch of Lexington.
The tournament of the year is the Quilt City Classic of Paducah. Did you know that Paducah was the Quilt City? Yeah.
I did not know that Paducah was Quilt City. I've been to Paducah once, did not know it was Quilt City. I think I ate at a Texas Roadhouse. Didn't see any quilts, but I was also not looking for quilts. So, that was 10 years ago. All right. The volunteer of the year is Tom Pennington of Bowling Green. I know Tom. So talk to him at Combos.
And the Wheelchair Excellence Award goes to Laura Duncan of Louisville.
These recipients will be honored at the annual USTA Kentucky Awards Luncheon on Saturday, February 7th at the Louisville Marriott East.
Game Set Match Kentucky is proud to partner with the Tunnel 2 Towers Foundation. For only $11 a month, you can help provide homes for veterans and first responders in need.
The Tunnel 2 Towers Foundation is making another promise. We are committed to eradicating homelessness amongst our veterans. When I'm traveling in different cities across our nation, I see veterans who have served our country living on the streets, and it breaks my heart. We have a proven track record of helping our heroes, and now we're expanding our mission. We have started building these veteran residences all across America. Go to t2t.org to learn how you could change a veteran's life forever.
Even as the weather is turning colder, there's a lot happening with tennis around Kentucky, so let's share some announcements from USTA Kentucky.
A fall fast feed event is starting today at Seneca Park in Louisville. It'll be held every Wednesday, today through December 17th. This will be an hour-and-a-half session of fun drills that'll keep you moving and hitting. Registration is required. The fee is $60 per participant. The link to register can be found in USDA Kentucky's October newsletter.
All right, and on Saturday, November 8th, from 2 to 6 p.m. in Bowling Green, there will be a college showcase for high school players. You'll have the chance to play in front of college coaches, followed by one-on-one recruiting opportunities. Parents and guardians will also take part in a college tennis and recruiting process Q&A. Registration and a $50 fee is required to be a part of the showcase, and this registration link can also be found in USTA Kentucky's October newsletter or with the QR code you see there on the screen, although that's pretty small to be seeing on a screen. I don't know, but I think that QR code will still scan if you want to try it, or just go to USTAKY.com. So that's on November 8th. That's the day before Aces and Appetizers at the same location at the, let me see if I get this right, the Warren County Parks and Recreation Indoor Facility. How was that?
Warren County Tennis and Sports Facility.
Warren County Tennis and Sports Facility. I'm going to write that down. Okay. Warren County Tennis and Sports Facility. So, kids could theoretically come that day, spend the night. You could stay at Chad's house probably, or sleep in his office right there. Just move the stringing machine over and the ball baskets and clear out some of those old rackets, and you could probably just sleep right there. And then next day, Aces and Appetizers.
There you go.
There you go. All right. Well, to keep up with everything that's happening with USTA Kentucky, visit them at USTAKY.com or follow them on Facebook and Instagram. If you would like for us to promote your local tennis news or events right here on an upcoming episode of this show, you can email us the information to and I've got that wrong on the screen. It should say info@gamesetmatchky.com, but actually you can send it to info@ckTStour.com. It all comes to me. That is a legit email address. Also, that's just the main CKTS email address that I typed out of habit, I think. But it's the same. It'll get to me. So, all right, let's see. What else we got? Aces and Appetizers coming up Sunday, November 9th. 1 to 4 p.m. Central. That'll be Central Standard Time because the time will have changed by then. So it'll definitely be dark by the time Aces and Appetizers is over. Again, it's free indoor tennis play, food, and fun. We're going to have a good time. We hope to see you there. And Chad, this would be a good time. If you had any announcements for Southern Kentucky Tennis Association for this fall heading into winter, let's hear what's going on.
Well, you mentioned that things have started to turn a little colder, and that makes things there's plenty of tennis going on. That's when we get into the busy season in terms of tournaments indoor. So we've got a couple tournaments coming up in December. The Winter Flights tournament. Evan Brown, who folks on the CKTS tour should know very well. He has run these Winter Flights. These are one-day events It's based on your WTN rating. And so that is coming up on December 6th and 7th. That's the first week in December. So you can register for that on the USDA website. And then we have a level 6 tournament called the Next Level Winners Slam. That is for juniors only, but some of the same divisions that you would see on the CKTS Tour for kids, 12, 14, 16, 18, singles and doubles. But something interesting that they're also doing, they're doing a level 7 tournament. So level 6 tournaments are community tournaments like we have on the CKTS Tour. Level 7 tournaments are designed for players who are looking to play their first tournament, because I'm sure you've seen this. You've probably heard of this too. I mean, kids looking to play a tournament, you get into the CKTS, and I mean, you're playing a lot of times against experienced players, and it can be a bad experience. Mm-hmm. You go out there, nobody likes getting.
They can scare you away from playing again.
Sure.
You know,
you're like public. You're overwhelmed. So these level 7 tournaments that the USDA offers are geared for kind of first-time tournament players. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more relaxed format. It's only one day. It'll probably be done, within 3 to 4 hours. But it's just a good way to play a tournament for the first time and not have to worry about playing against somebody who's been playing since they were 4 years old and destroying you. So both of those events are coming up in December, but get registered for those. And then something that's also neat, you mentioned Paducah. I think that's where this idea came from. Paducah put up some tennis pantries a few years ago. You've probably seen book pantries. You seen anything else like that? Or I feel like there's another one that's commonly used, but I've seen those free.
I've seen the book pantries, and I've heard about the tennis pantries. I think Jane Gamble told us on the podcast a couple of winters ago.
Right.
About
we did have her on up in Louisville, didn't we? And so she came up with this idea, and the ones that they have in Paducah are a little different. They're kind of homemade, and there's a glass or at least a see-through. You could see. So USDA Southern came up with a way to kind of streamline these, and so they've made it available for cities, parks and recreation departments, CTAs to offer these. And so we have 3 of them. They're in my office here to my right. And so we're going to have those starting to show up next year. Probably won't put them up since it's so late in the year, but probably early spring we'll have some of these tennis pantries. Essentially, if somebody comes to the tennis courts and doesn't have a racket, they can get a racket, they can get balls. All that stuff will be in the tennis pantry, free for the public to use. So
excellent way for a newcomer to get started.
Yeah, I would encourage any communities who have some public courts to look into maybe getting a tennis pantry. It's a great way to bring or make the sport accessible to newcomers.
Absolutely. So I think it's a great idea, and it would be a way to get people interested. And if they start from nothing, they can go out there and try things out, and it catches on with them, and then they eventually get their own equipment. And so a very good idea. Look forward to seeing those around town when I visit. I'm there so much now, I might as well get a place over there.
Yeah,
I was there last weekend. I'm going to be there next weekend. There all the time. It's my second home. So, all right. Well, you can learn more about Soki Tennis at SokiTennis.net or visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/Soki Tennis. We do not have a challenge the call question today, but we'd love to hear your questions. If you have any, you can send them at any time to challenge@gamesetmatchky.com. I believe I got that email address correct this time. But that is going to just about serve out another episode of Game Set Match Kentucky. Thanks to everybody for watching or listening. As always, you can subscribe with any podcast app on your mobile device. And in that app, you can give us a 5-star rating and leave us a short review. Our website is GameSetMatchKY.com for all things about this show, including old episodes and archives and show notes and links. You can follow this show on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X at GameSetMatchKY. The CKTS is also on the same social media platforms. At CKTS Tour is the handle there. Chad is on X at Chad Young Tennis, and I am on X at Chris Godby. We'd like to say thank you again to our sponsor, Vision Cabinet Source. Chad, I guess I'll see you at Aces and Appetizers Sunday, November 9th.
I'll be here.
Until then, Hawkeye says we are out. But until next time, I'm Chris Godby with Chad Young, and this has been Game Set Match Kentucky. Happy Halloween, everybody.